Welcome. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of object-oriented programming, or OOP for short. OOP is a programming paradigm that organizes software design around data or objects rather than functions and logic. This approach helps developers create more modular, reusable, and maintainable code. One of the core concepts in OOP is inheritance, which allows us to build new classes based on existing ones. Before we get into the details of inheritance, let's quickly review what makes OOP so powerful and widely used in modern software development. Inheritance is a fundamental concept in OOP that enables a new class known as a subclass or derived class to acquire the properties and behaviors of an existing class, called the superclass or base class. This means that the subclass inherits fields and methods from the superclass, allowing for code reuse and logical hierarchy. Inheritance helps us avoid duplicating code and makes it easier to maintain and extend our program. Let's explore how inheritance works and why it's so essential in object-oriented design. OOP, the superclass, is the general class that defines common attributes and methods, while the subclass is a more specific class that inherits from the superclass. For example, imagine a superclass called animal with properties like name and age and methods like eat and sleep. A subclass such as dog would inherit these properties and methods but could also have its own unique features like bark. This relationship forms the basis of inheritance and helps structure code in a logical, hierarchical way. Inheritance is used to promote code reusability and logical organization. By defining common functionality in a superclass, you can avoid repeating code in multiple subclasses. This not only saves time but also makes your code easier to maintain and update. If you need to change a shared behavior, you only have to update it in one place. Inheritance also helps represent real-world relationships in code, making your programs more intuitive and easier to understand. There are several types of inheritance in OOP: single, multiple, multilevel, hierarchical, and hybrid. Single inheritance means a subclass inherits from one superclass. Multiple inheritance allows a subclass to inherit from more than one superclass, though not all languages support this. Multilevel inheritance involves a chain of inheritance, where a subclass becomes a superclass for another subclass. Hierarchical inheritance means multiple subclasses inherit from a single superclass. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of these types. Single inheritance is the simplest form, where a subclass inherits from just one superclass. For example, if you have a class vehicle and a class car that extends vehicle, car inherits all the properties and methods of vehicle. This is straightforward and helps keep the class hierarchy clear and manageable. Single inheritance is supported in most object-oriented languages and is often used to model simple relationships. Multiple inheritance allows a subclass to inherit from more than one superclass. This can be useful when a class needs to combine behaviors from different sources. However, it can also introduce complexity such as the diamond problem, where the same method is inherited from multiple superclasses. Some languages like Python support multiple inheritance, while others like Java do not. Instead, they use interfaces or similar constructs to achieve similar results. Multilevel inheritance occurs when a subclass inherits from another subclass, forming a chain. For instance, consider a class animal, a subclass mammal, and a further subclass dog. Here, dog inherits from mammal, which in turn inherits from animal. This type of inheritance helps build more specific classes step by step, adding new features at each level. It's a powerful way to model complex relationships in code. Hierarchical inheritance means that multiple subclasses inherit from a single superclass. For example, both dog and cat can inherit from the animal class. This allows you to define shared behavior in the superclass and then specialize it in each subclass. Hierarchical inheritance is common in OOP and helps organize code efficiently, especially when dealing with groups of related objects. Hybrid inheritance is a combination of two or more types of inheritance. For example, a class might use both multilevel and multiple inheritance. While hybrid inheritance can be powerful, it can also introduce complexity and ambiguity, especially in languages that don't handle multiple inheritance directly. Developers need to be careful when designing class hierarchies with hybrid inheritance to avoid confusion and maintain code clarity. Inheritance in OOP is often described as a relationship. This means that a subclass is a specific type of its superclass. For example, a dog is an animal and a car is a vehicle. This relationship helps us model real-world hierarchies in code and makes our programs more intuitive. A relationship is a key reason why inheritance is so effective in object-oriented design. One of the main advantages of inheritance is code reusability. By defining common properties and methods in a superclass, you can reuse them in multiple subclasses. This reduces duplication and makes your codebase easier to maintain. If you need to update a shared feature, you only have to do it in one place. Code reusability is a major reason why inheritance is so widely used in OOP. Inheritance allows subclasses to extend or override the functionality of their superclasses. This means you can add new methods or change existing ones to suit the needs of the subclass. For example, while all animals might have an eat method, a dog class could override this method to include specific behaviors. This flexibility makes inheritance a powerful tool for building complex, adaptable software. Access modifiers control how properties and methods are inherited. Common modifiers include public, protected, and private. Public members are accessible everywhere, protected members are accessible in the class and its subclasses, and private members are only accessible within the class itself. Understanding access modifiers is crucial for designing secure and maintainable class hierarchies. Method overriding allows a subclass to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already defined in its superclass. This is useful when a subclass needs to change or extend the behavior of an inherited method. For example, a dog class might override the make sound method from animal to provide a barking sound. Overriding methods is a key feature of inheritance and supports polymorphism in OOP. Polymorphism is closely related to inheritance. It allows objects of different subclasses to be treated as objects of their superclass. This means you can write code that works with the superclass type, but at runtime the correct subclass method is called. Polymorphism makes your code more flexible and extensible, allowing you to add new subclasses without changing existing code. Abstract classes are classes that cannot be instantiated directly. They are designed to be inherited by other classes and often contain abstract methods which must be implemented by subclasses. Abstract classes provide a blueprint for other classes and help enforce a consistent interface across related subclasses. They are a powerful tool for designing flexible and extensible code. Interfaces define a contract that classes must follow, specifying methods that must be implemented. While interfaces are not classes, they are often used alongside inheritance to provide additional flexibility. In languages like Java, a class can implement multiple interfaces, allowing it to inherit behavior from multiple sources. This helps overcome some limitations of single inheritance. When a subclass is created, its constructor often calls the constructor of its superclass to initialize inherited properties. This ensures that the object is set up correctly before any subclass-specific initialization occurs. Understanding how constructors work in inheritance is important for building reliable and predictable class hierarchies. Super keyword is used in many programming languages to refer to the superclass. It allows a subclass to access methods and properties of its superclass or to call the superclass's constructor. Using super is essential when you want to extend or modify inherited behavior while still retaining the original functionality. Java inheritance is implemented using the extends keyword. A subclass can inherit fields and methods from a superclass, but Java does not support multiple inheritance for classes. Instead, interfaces are used to provide additional functionality. Java's approach to inheritance helps keep class hierarchies simple and avoids some of the complexities found in other languages. Python supports multiple inheritance, allowing a class to inherit from more than one superclass. This is done by listing multiple parent classes in the class definition. Python's flexible approach to inheritance makes it easy to combine behaviors from different sources, but it also requires careful design to avoid conflicts and ambiguity. C++ supports all types of inheritance, including single, multiple, multilevel, and hybrid. It provides powerful features for controlling how members are inherited and accessed. However, with great power comes great responsibility. C++ developers must be careful to manage complexity and avoid issues like the diamond problem. Diamond problem occurs in multiple inheritance when a subclass inherits from two classes that both inherit from a common superclass. This can lead to ambiguity about which superclass method should be used. Some languages like Python use a method resolution order MRO to resolve this, while others like Java avoid the problem by not supporting multiple inheritance for classes. While inheritance is a powerful tool, it's not always the best solution. Composition is another way to reuse code by building classes from other classes rather than inheriting from them. This approach can lead to more flexible and maintainable designs, especially when relationships between classes are not strictly hierarchical. Inheritance is best used when there is a relationship between classes. If a subclass truly is a specialized version of its superclass, inheritance makes sense. However, if the relationship is more about sharing functionality, composition might be a better choice. Careful design decisions help keep your codebase clean and maintainable. While inheritance is useful, it can also introduce problems if used incorrectly. Deep or complex inheritance hierarchies can make code hard to understand and maintain. Overusing inheritance can lead to fragile designs that break easily when changes are made. It's important to use inheritance thoughtfully and avoid unnecessary complexity. To get the most out of inheritance, follow best practices like keeping hierarchy shallow, favoring composition over inheritance when possible, and using clear, descriptive class names. Always design with maintainability and clarity in mind. These practices help ensure your code remains robust and easy to work with as your project grows. Let's look at a real-world example. Imagine a superclass vehicle with properties like speed and fuel and methods like start and stop. Subclasses like car, bike, and truck inherit from vehicle, gaining these properties and methods. Each subclass can also have its own unique features, such as load capacity for truck. This structure mirrors real-world relationships and makes the code easy to extend. Another example is an animal superclass with properties like name and age and methods like eat and sleep. Subclasses such as dog, cat, and bird inherit these features, but each can have its own specific behaviors. For instance, dog might have a bark method while bird could have a fly method. This approach keeps code organized and mirrors natural hierarchies. Graphical user interface GUI frameworks often use inheritance to define common behaviors for interface elements. For example, a widget superclass might define basic properties and methods, while subclasses like button, text box, and label inherit from widget and add their own features. This makes it easy to create new interface elements by extending existing ones. In game development, inheritance is used to create hierarchies of game objects. For example, a game object superclass might have properties like position and velocity, while subclasses like player, enemy, and projectile inherit these features and add their own behaviors. This structure makes it easy to manage and extend game logic. Web development frameworks often use inheritance to define reusable components. For example, a component superclass might define basic rendering logic, while subclasses like header, footer, and sidebar inherit from component and add their own content and styles. This approach promotes code reuse and consistency across web applications. Data modeling, inheritance helps define relationships between different types of data. For example, a user superclass might have properties like username and email, while subclasses like admin and customer inherit these properties and add their own specific fields. This makes it easier to manage and extend data models as requirements change. Inheritance can make testing easier by allowing you to test shared functionality in the superclass. Subclasses automatically inherit tested behaviors, reducing the need for duplicate tests. However, it's important to test subclass-specific features separately to ensure everything works as expected. When refactoring code, inheritance can help you move common functionality into a superclass, reducing duplication and simplifying maintenance. However, be careful not to force unrelated classes into an inheritance relationship just to share code. Always prioritize clear, logical hierarchies. Good documentation is essential when using inheritance. Clearly describe the responsibilities of each class, the relationships between superclasses and subclasses, and any overridden methods. This helps other developers understand and maintain your code more easily. Many design patterns, such as the template method and factory patterns, rely on inheritance to provide flexible and reusable solutions. Understanding how inheritance works is key to applying these patterns effectively and building robust software architectures. Modern object-oriented languages like Java, C#, Python, and C++ all support inheritance, though each has its own rules and best practices. Understanding the specifics of inheritance in your chosen language is important for writing effective and idiomatic code. While inheritance can make code more organized, it can also impact performance if overused or misused. Deep inheritance hierarchies can slow down method resolution and make debugging harder. Always balance the benefits of inheritance with potential performance considerations. Besides composition, other alternatives to inheritance include delegation and mixins. Delegation involves passing responsibility for a task to another object, while mixins allow you to add functionality to classes without using inheritance. These techniques can help you build more flexible and maintainable systems. In large software projects, inheritance can help manage complexity by organizing code into logical hierarchies. However, it's important to document relationships clearly and avoid overly deep inheritance trees. Good design and communication are key to successful use of inheritance in big teams. Maintaining code that uses inheritance requires careful attention to changes in superclasses, as these can affect all subclasses. Always test thoroughly when modifying shared code and keep hierarchies as simple as possible to minimize the risk of unintended side effects. Sum up, inheritance is a cornerstone of object-oriented programming. It enables code reuse, logical organization, and flexible design. By understanding the different types of inheritance, best practices, and potential pitfalls, you can use inheritance to build robust and maintainable software. Remember to balance inheritance with other techniques like composition for the best results. Now that you have a solid understanding of inheritance in OOP, you're ready to explore more advanced topics like polymorphism, interfaces, and design patterns. These concepts build on the foundation of inheritance and will help you become a more effective and versatile programmer. Keep practicing and experimenting with different class hierarchies to deepen your understanding.